Welcome to Across Africa, our weekly look at stories from across the continent. I'm Georgia Calvin-Smith, and this week in northern Senegal, a sea barrier is being thrown up in Saint-Louis in the hopes of holding back coastal erosion. But for many communities living along the seafront, it's already too late. Also, Richard Odjrado is an emerging star of African tech. His company's priming Benin's rise as an entrepreneurial hub. And adventure sports in South Africa are becoming more inclusive. France 24 takes you along for the ride as athletes try out the country's first paragliding wheelchair. But we start in northern Senegal in Saint-Louis, where a sea barrier is being thrown up in the hopes of holding back coastal erosion. But the measure offers little security to many oceanfront communities that have already started losing homes to the waves.
It's a massive project being constructed in Saint-Louis in Senegal, a sea barrier of 3.6 kilometres to fend off the Atlantic Ocean. The latest studies show that in West Africa, the coastline is receding by nearly 2 metres every year. The project was launched in 2019 and should be finished by the end of the year.
For several years, the inhabitants of the Langue de Barbarie have been confronted with one major problem: the advancing sea. But since construction started, we have become more optimistic.
But for some residents, it's too late. The Atlantic Ocean has already destroyed their houses.
This construction project is too late. There is no point in calling a doctor after the patient has died. They waited for millions of euros to be eaten up by the sea before coming to put in these works.
Hundreds of residents have been relocated in these bungalows where they say they suffer from the heat. Some activists say they fear the sea barrier is really being erected in order to build a road. Western companies have invested in a nearby offshore gas project. Others point out that the sea barrier is only a temporary solution. It is not expected to last more than 40 years.
Now, women and girls are some of the most vulnerable groups in Kenya. Many face poverty because of limited land ownership and access to economic resources, but gender-based violence is also a huge problem. Several organisations have sprung up to try and empower women and give them more opportunities in every aspect of their lives. Our correspondents headed to the poor community of Matare, where sports are being used to give girls a new perspective on their futures.
Nairobi's Mathare slum is home to more than 500,000 people. Vivian grew up there and faced violence and abuse as a teen.
Maybe you see your friend buying something, you don't have that thing, you go home, maybe you don't eat. So you'll just be forced to get in some bad vices that will make you want to earn or get something small to buy what you saw. And for you to do that, it's either one you peddle drugs, or someone just tell you, hey, come, a man or a boy will use you.
Her passion for football helped her avoid bad situations. Today, she's the goalkeeper of the national team. She created an association with others in the neighborhood to help young adolescents, especially girls. This Saturday, the Mathare Foundation came in to talk to them about football.
Tunaenda kusoma kitu inaitwa referee, sawa? Najua ref ni nani? Najua ref ni nani? Yeah. We really found teachings like this. Even me, in my time, I didn't find class like this. So when I get them like this to teach the kids, it feels good.
It's about teaching them skills, because when you train them, we have to teach them about leadership, like being role models in the society, how you can take care of yourself in the community.
To keep young girls in Mathare engaged, the foundation created a women's championship. The youngsters attend it every Saturday.
Football is for everybody. Even an old woman can play football.
The director of the organization says it's important for the community to come together to create a better life for young people.
When we wait for the government and when we start saying the government does not do this, does not do this, that is not helping the people. The thing is, we need to, whatever we are doing, we are doing it because we are so passionate about it and because we understand the gaps that exist in the slums, issues of crime, issues of early marriages, issues of pregnancies, and so on and so forth. So with us, we are trying to mitigate these issues that are in place.
Now boys are also interested in the matches. By putting them on an equal footing and helping them grow confidence in themselves, The foundation hopes that the girls will take the reins of their future.
Nigeria's banned local banks from working with cryptocurrency, but that isn't slowing down the appetite for the transactions. Instead, users are turning to peer-to-peer networks to trade. And Nigerian artists have found the sale of digital works endorsed with NFTs or non-fungible tokens to be particularly profitable. They're sold to buyers using blockchain.
Sly MEGIDA is a 27-year-old Nigerian artist. COVID-19 lockdowns made traditional exhibitions difficult. So like many others, he is selling his artwork on cryptocurrency platforms. It's a way of protecting his savings as the national currency, the Naira, loses value.
The Naira is digressing and we're trying to keep the value of the art. So cryptocurrency currently is going on the right direction and the world is jumping on it because we're in a digital world, like I said.
According to some studies, Nigeria is the third biggest user of virtual money in the world, behind the US and Russia. There are now centres where Nigerians can learn how to trade in the different cryptocurrency coins.
I'm just beginning to realize how late I am joining the crypto market, because this is one thing that has already gone far, but I feel it's still not too late. Crypto is the future.
But the government is concerned by this phenomenon. In February, the central bank barred local banks from working with cryptocurrencies.
Some people have actually hacked these kinds of exchanges and really made away with investors' assets. So there is a huge risk in this particular market.
The Nigerian government says cryptocurrencies are sometimes used to launder money and to fund terrorism. So far, the ban on local banks has not stopped the virtual money boom, because many Nigerians like Sly bypass the restriction by using peer-to-peer systems.
Cotonou in Benin is the country's economic capital and is also fast becoming one of Africa's leading tech hubs. There, Richard Odjrado is making a name for himself with a string of high-tech products. France 24 went to find out more about his company, AS World Tech.
Richard Odjrado dreams of becoming one of the young builders of Africa's future. He's determined to establish his African brand, ASUKA's spirit, among the top names in the tech industry. Their latest flagship product are these smart glasses.
I just pick up by doing this because I hear the phone ringing in my glasses. With this system, you protect your eyes, your ears, your life, and you protect the lives of others.
Odjrado has been passionate about electronics since his teenage years. He is now experiencing rapid success. This high-tech gadget costs up to 4 times less than similar famous brands, from computers with replaceable parts, glasses, and smart anti-theft watches. All his creations embody the African cultural identity.
We decided to change things to create products that are like us and speak to us. ASUKA means warrior spirit. We didn't know any computers with African names, so we made Shango computers. Shango is from African divinity and it means thunder, power.
After a journey full of hurdles, the young entrepreneur has now sold nearly 20,000 products. Their entire range is designed in Benin and only temporarily manufactured overseas. He believes promoting technological innovation is the best solution to tackle unemployment. Today, he advises young startup owners with innovative ideas, but no financial backing.
If you need 500 million and you can't find them, bring the right people on board. Trade skills in exchange for shares or benefits.
He's a model of entrepreneurship. Currently, we are following it very closely. We hope that this method will also help us.
Richard has just obtained financial backing to develop his brand. By providing tailor-made solutions for the continent, he aims to outdo the high-tech giants present in Africa.
In South Africa, paragliding is taking off more than ever before. A new adaptive paragliding wheelchair imported from France went into use there for the first time this month. Disabled extreme sports lovers looking for a new adventure can now fly free. France 24 went along with one daredevil as she took to the skies.
South Africa is one of the best paragliding destinations in the world, and Cape Town attracts thousands of paragliders every year. Now this thrilling sport is accessible to more people. 38-year-old Taryn Tomlinson lost the use of her legs when she suffered from rheumatoid arthritis in her final year of school. But this didn't tie her down, it just propelled her to new heights.
Ultimately, it's your attitude that determines your altitude in life. And that, we can, even persons with disabilities can get to the top of the mountain if we have help, if we have people around us that are willing to go with us, then we can open up the world to so many more people to experience.
Tomlinson assesses hotels and tourism facilities' accessibility for disabled people. Paragliding is extremely challenging without being able to jump or land on your feet. Matthew Van Sale imported this adaptable paragliding wheelchair from France.
Nice rugged wheel, so it allows for us to tackle any kind of terrain. So this acts as a roll cage, so that your head and your shoulders are completely safe. I can now manipulate the chair with my feet to keep you in the right position, or it could be used as a solo pilot. For instance, if you want to go flying by yourself, we'll strap you in and you get your own safety harness.
This week, Tomlinson tried out the new kit.
I cannot wait to get out there and just experience what it's like to see Cape Town from above. Bye! Oh my God, this is amazing! Oh my God. Wow. It was absolutely nothing as scary as what I anticipated it to be. So I'm super thrilled. I can
just see it. Now that international tourism is picking up, Cape Town is ready to welcome international visitors of all abilities this summer.
Well, that's it for Across Africa for now. Thanks for joining us, and do so again if you can. Till then, take care.